The neighbors saw him every day. Some waved politely, some simply passed by without speaking. Walter always smiled softly, but his eyes looked far away, as if he was searching for something that no longer existed. Inside the house, everything remained almost untouched. Old family pictures still hung on the walls. A clock ticked quietly above the fireplace. A small blue sweater still rested on the couch where it had been left many years ago. Walter lived alone now, but the house had not always been silent. Long ago, it was full of laughter. His wife Martha loved music. She sang while cooking dinner, while cleaning the windows, even while watering flowers in the garden. Their 2 children ran through the hallways every evening after school. There was always noise, always movement, always life. Walter remembered those days clearly. Sometimes, late at night, he closed his eyes and could almost hear the sound of little feet running upstairs again. But time changes everything. His daughter moved to another country after college. His son became busy with work and slowly stopped visiting. Then, one winter morning, Martha became sick. First, they thought it was only a cold, but weeks later, the doctors gave them terrible news. Walter still remembered the hospital room, the white walls, the smell of medicine, the weak smile on Martha's face as she held his hand. "Promise me something," she whispered softly. Walter nodded, unable to speak. "Don't let this house become empty." He promised her he would not, but after she passed away, silence slowly filled every room. At first, the children visited often. They called him every week. They told him to move closer to them. They wanted him to sell the house, but Walter could not do it. This house held every memory he loved. The kitchen still smelled faintly like Martha's tea. The marks on the walls still showed where the children had measured their height every birthday. Even the old piano in the corner reminded him of nights when they all sang together during storms. Leaving the house felt like leaving his family behind forever, so he stayed. Years passed quietly. The phone calls became fewer. The visits became shorter. Sometimes months passed without hearing from anyone. Still, Walter waited. Every evening, he prepared dinner for one person but placed 2 plates on the table out of habit. Every Christmas, he decorated the tree alone. Every birthday, he looked through old photo albums until midnight. One rainy afternoon, Walter found an old videotape inside a dusty box in the attic. His hands trembled slightly as he carried it downstairs. Luckily, the old video player still worked. The screen flickered softly, and suddenly the living room filled with voices from the past. Martha appeared first, laughing while holding a birthday cake. Their son was dancing badly in the background while their daughter clapped loudly. Everyone looked younger, happier. Walter smiled for the first time in many weeks. Then tears slowly rolled down his face. He watched the tape 3 times that night. After that evening, something changed inside him. For the first time in years, Walter realized he had been living only with memories, not with people. The next morning, he walked farther than usual. At the small park nearby, he noticed a little girl sitting alone on a bench, crying quietly. Walter hesitated before approaching her. "Are you all right?" he asked gently. The little girl wiped her eyes quickly. "I can't find my mother." Walter looked around carefully. The park was crowded. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lucy." "Well, Lucy," Walter said softly, "let's find her together." After several minutes, they found her mother near the playground, looking terrified. The woman thanked Walter again and again before leaving. But before Lucy walked away, she smiled brightly at him. "You remind me of my grandpa," she said. Walter felt warmth in his chest he had not felt for a very long time. A few days later, he returned to the park, and strangely, Lucy was there again. Soon, it became a small routine. Walter and Lucy talked every afternoon. Sometimes they fed birds together. Sometimes Walter told her stories about growing up long ago. Lucy listened carefully to every word. Her mother, Claire, often joined them too. She was kind and patient, raising Lucy alone after her husband had passed away years earlier. Little by little, Walter stopped spending all day inside the empty house. One afternoon, Lucy asked him a question. "Why do you always look sad when you smile?" Walter stayed quiet for a moment. Then he answered honestly, "Because I miss people I love." Lucy nodded slowly, as if she understood more than a child should. "My mommy says people never really leave if we keep loving them." Walter looked at her, surprised. Children sometimes say the simplest truths. As months passed, Walter's house slowly changed. Claire helped him clean the old garden. Lucy filled the quiet rooms with laughter again. Sometimes they all ate dinner together. Sometimes Lucy played the dusty rusty piano badly while everyone laughed. For the first time in years, the house no longer felt cold. One evening, Walter sat alone in the living room holding Martha's photograph. "I tried to keep my promise," he whispered softly. The wind moved gently outside the window, and somehow, for the first time since losing her, Walter felt peace instead of pain. A week before Christmas, Walter received a phone call from his son. "I'm sorry, Dad," his son said quietly. "I should have visited more." Walter closed his eyes. "It's all right," he answered gently. "No," his son replied. "It's not." Then came another surprise. His daughter called too. She wanted to visit for Christmas with her family. Walter sat silently after the calls ended. Life was strange sometimes. When you stop waiting, people suddenly return. Christmas morning arrived with soft snow falling outside. The old house was full again. Children laughed upstairs. Music played softly in the kitchen. Claire helped prepare dinner while Lucy ran through the hallway excitedly. Walter stood near the doorway watching everyone together. For a moment, it almost looked like the old days again. Not exactly the same, but warm, alive, real. That evening, Walter sat beside the Christmas tree holding a cup of tea. Lucy climbed onto the couch beside him. "You're smiling without looking sad now," she whispered. Walter looked around the room, at his children talking together, at the lights glowing softly, at the house that no longer felt empty. Then he smiled gently. "Yes," he said quietly. "I think I finally came home."